What is canon and what is not canon in Dragon Ball? Let's talk about it because this is something that people need to understand. This is part one. This is going to be a long one. There are originally 42 volumes of Dragon Ball. That is Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, all created and written by Akira Toriyama. Obviously, there can be a little bit of help and whatnot. He did hire an inker, and also his wife came along and named things like the Kamehameha, named some planets, gave some character names, and all those other things involved. However, that being said, Daima was a passion project that he loved and he wanted to give his fans as his last thing, which was obviously giving us canon Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and a lot of things like that. You also have the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie and Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie, which are also part of Toriyama's canon, he considers. He also goes on to say that Resurrection F was also canon. That would have been something that would have been his continuation. Now, we go along the lines of Toei Animation. That was not Akira Toriyama. Those are the people that worked on the anime and the original 13 films. The original 13 films did not have anything to do with Toriyama. Obviously, they tried to stay along his timeline, but all he got was they handed him some things, told him, hey, we want you to like look at this, go over this, and let us know anything. And he obviously got to make some of the villains. Obviously, I believe it was like Bojack, Cooler, Broly, and certain characters along those lines. But he didn't really have much involvement. So really, it's not his canon, which also is a lot of filler episodes that Toei Animations actually added, which Toriyama said, if you would have just done the manga, it would have only been 10 minutes an episode, but obviously Toei Animation had to fill in other parts of the episodes, which he states that he did like some of the filler episodes, but they are not considered under his canon. As in for GT, and I paraphrase this, he went on to say, as being the lazy bum by nature, I didn't have anything to do with Dragon Ball GT. Essentially, when my manga was done, I was happy to pass it along for the show, which became Dragon Ball GT, which I can't remember the exact number of episodes. I think it was either like 64 or 65, something along those lines. But once again, Toriyama didn't do anything with that. He literally said, here you go, here's some names of the planets, and here's what the characters would look like now. That was all. As for the movie by Toei Animation, which was Battle of Gods, it was already in production. They reached out to Toriyama. He thought it was cool. He went over it. He rewrote the script supposedly, and he redrew Beerus, who originally was apparently supposed to be a lizard, and redesigned Super Saiyan God. That was all. As for the manga, it was mainly Torotaro that Toriyama gave an outline of beginning, middle, and end. And then at the end, obviously, during the Moro arc and the Granola arc, Toyotaro had more to say because he became Toriyama's successor, and he created the Granola arc, essentially creating granola, gas, and certain characters along those lines. But stay tuned for part 2.